Welcome back to 500 Days Strive to Survive. We're on day 68. Today is probably going to be a pretty chill episode. You get it? Chill because it's alright. So we're going to pack up, and as soon as the weather is half decent, we will head out. We're going to bring everything outside. We're not going to load up the Travois just yet, because I don't want it falling through the earth. But we're just about ready to move. So let's see what we want. Don't care about the Mountaineer's rope. We'll get sticks on the way, but we'll take a couple with us. We need all this stuff. Don't need any of that. None of this. About 30%? Well, I have two... I'll take it. Let's see. A little bit of cloth. I want this scrap metal. Especially because I plan on fighting the cougar soon. And, oh, it actually only takes 3 scrap metal. I thought it'd be more than that. So, we will hold on to... Oh, that's going to bite me in the butt. I left my heavy hammer at camp office instead of at Forlorn Muskeg. Would have been great if there was a hammer over at Forlorn Muskeg right now, because then I could get that basically right after I kill the cougar. Alright, well, it's fine. So we'll take some of that scrap metal. I'm going to leave this bedroll here. I don't really care about it. We want this salt. Quite heavy, so we're just going to move it over here. We'll pick it up. I'm going to take this car battery. I'll leave that water, I think. And we still have a little bit of water. Okay. Let's actually see... There's got to be some bathrooms, right? I don't know if I already looted all the water from them, but let's check. I think there's bathrooms right up there. There's a blizzard outside right now anyway, so we're not in a huge hurry. We got plenty of food, too. Just want to make sure we have enough water for the trip. I might want to step outside and make a couple more liters. Okay, did I take all the water in here? Probably. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's fine. Maybe I'll make a couple more liters downstairs. And I think we have 3 coal. Let's just check that. Yep, that should be fine. It's not that bad of a journey. Relatively safe, just long. Okay, and let's pick up... What are we at? 51.3? Let's pick a couple more things right here. And then we'll get outside. Drop all this. I still move. I sure can. We'll take another look again to see if that's everything you want. Yeah, I actually can't even move right now. I'm at 80. Okay, so let's see. I guess drop that. Keep the coal on us, keep the sticks on us. We'll drop this and this. We'll eat some of these, I guess. Just get rid of them. No need to haul rabbit meat across the island. Okay. Let's drop these. And what else? We don't need all this. Definitely drop that. I'm considering taking more of the batteries, because we will eventually want them anyway for trades. So, we'll see about that. Let's drop all this. And... how is it out right now? It's not great. Minus 22. Let's wait a little while, because it looks like it's either going to become a blizzard, or it's going to clear up. So, let's do that. What else do we have on us? Just all this stuff to cure. May as well get a couple more hours of curing in by dropping them in here. Okay, so let's drop that all this. We'll just pick it up again. Normally I wouldn't do this, I would just load up the Travois, but there's currently a glitch where if you go indoors and you leave your Travois outside, sometimes it falls through the earth, and I don't want to deal with that, so I'm not going to. Oh, and this. Okay. And that. Okay, so we'll drop some of this stuff outside. Let's see if there's anything else. We don't want that. Oh yeah, we want these. We'll take that. Yeah, we'll take some coal too. We don't really care about any of this. How many sewing kits do we have right here? We have 2. And did I mark down how many we have at Mystery Lake? I doubt it. I know we have some. Okay, let's take one more. And I think we have 2 accelerant. We have 3 accelerant. That's plenty. We'll leave the rest here. Don't need the fire log. Alright, I think that's basically it. I don't really care about this. We'll be back before it is destroyed anyway. Okay, let's go outside and make some water. You know what? Let's take this fire log. And some reclaimed wood. And we don't have to stay outside. So we don't really need it to be very hot. It looks like it could be clearing up. We have about 100 matches, so I'm not too squeamish right now, although I probably should be. That's going to bite me in the butt later. But there's still plenty of places to explore. So I'm not too concerned. Start this fire. We'll make some water. I like to travel with around 4 or 5 kilos of water, especially for such a long trip, one we're about to take. But it also wouldn't be bad to leave some water here. Wow, that was real fast. Okay, let's add this fire log. That's plenty of time. Put this out. 2 liters. 1 liter. Let's go inside, and I guess we'll repair some of our clothing. Nothing's in terrible shape, but I could get some more warmth than what we have. So that's at 0.7. It's going to go up to 1. This one's probably worth repairing. Yeah, 54 minutes, that's fine. It's not going to make too much of a difference. It's just so cold here. And what else? Maybe... That's basically it. Everything's in pretty good shape. Alright, that skillet should be done now. We'll grab that. And we'll make another. Still cold out here. Okay, it looks clear. So we will get going right after this is done. But let's go in here. Instead of waiting it out outside, I don't need to be getting cold right now. Okay, I don't need all that scrap. Actually, I'll need it to repair things. So I do want to take it. Let's see. Let's just pass a little bit of time. Sounds like the weather's kicking up again. Oh, let's leave some of this here. We don't need all this. Let's leave at least a little bit. Okay. We'll take this with us. It's heavy, but we'll take it. 2.54. Anything we can do in just a short amount of time? Not really. So let's just do that. And now it's probably ready. At least the boiling pot is. Yeah, it's pretty good out. Okay, so let's take that. And we'll wait another 20 minutes, and then we'll load this up. The problem is loading it up is going to take time. We're going to be getting cold that whole time. So I actually think... Okay, let's make sure we have everything we want. I think we're going to go right now. We are going to put 1 coal on that fire, so it'll keep us warm while we load the Travois. Let's grab this. Okay. Stand here. Take all this. Okay. I think we're good. Let's make sure that Our notes are updated. We never even took any notes here, so anything else worth noting that we have left? We have some simple tools. That's basically it. We have a little bit of water and food, so let's say that. We'll say Forsaken Airfield, hangar, simple tools, oil, salt, water, bear meat. Done. Oh, and we're gonna leave the batteries, I think. We're gonna be back here anyway, so let's note that too. There's 2 batteries left. 2 batteries. Basement. Okay. We'll throw a coal on to keep us warm. We'll load this thing up and we'll get moving. Okay. And we'll just put it right over here. Am I warm? No. Now I am. Okay. Alright. Let's start here. Let's do some coal. This wood. That's all fine. You know what? Let's also drop this. Heat it up for our journey. I'm gonna try not to use it, but we'll see. Okay, let's load this in. Put these in too, just to move a bit faster. Keep all of this stuff. We'll load a little water in here. Okay. We'll load one of these. Simple tools, not going to need the pry bar. Sewing kits are so light they don't really matter. Load this in here. We're going to be back here before we ever have a camera, so it doesn't really matter. We can throw a couple of these in here, I guess. Well, I don't want to go too hard because everything that I'm putting in here we're going to need to pick up if we go into an interior, so... It's really a pain. I wish you could just leave it outside, but just not how it's going to be. Maybe I'll take a risk. We'll see. Pick this stuff up. Probably going to take a little bit more food for the journey. I don't want to have to stop and hunt or anything like that. So, reclaimed wood. Combat pants, thermal underwear. Put this food in here. We'll keep a little bit on us, I guess. The Travois smells too, so it's not like I'm saving myself any smell by carrying this. But I think it smells less than having it in your inventory, so that's how we're going to do this. I'll keep this on me. I'll put it away. I don't really want to eat it. Okay, the battery. That's the big one. Anything else in here? A bunch of fuses. Okay. Looks pretty good. Do I have this place mapped? Looks like I don't. Well, we'll take a second and map it, too. Okay. What else do we have? I guess that's it. Let's take some more bear meat. That's more than enough, I think. Okay. Pretty lightweight. The Travois is pretty heavy, but we're pretty light. Oh, and let's put all these away. And I think that's just about it. Maybe a few of these and see if we can get some better torches. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. take just a couple of torches. We don't want too many. Let's just get some good ones. Okay, well, it looks like we won't be getting too many. Alright. That's okay. Around 30%. I really don't want that. Okay, yeah, good enough. Okay, let's take this, pop it into a thermos. And then we can equip our bow. And let's get moving. I think we're good to go. If we're not, well, that's going to be a bit of a problem later. Okay, let's head out over here. There's a long road we're going to follow. And basically now we're just going to drag all this stuff all the way back to Lower Great Bear. And it's a pretty easy route. Real easy to navigate. I mean, once we find the road, it's even going to be easy to navigate in a blizzard, although I really don't want to be in a blizzard. That would be a problem. Okay, here's the road. Go right over there. Go up there. I think this is the road. Looks like it. It's a long, winding road. It's going to take some time. But that's perfectly all right. Looks like that might be Road 2 to the right. I don't think so. I think it's just dead ahead of us. We're just going to follow it. At some point there'll be a fork, and we'll just take it left, and that'll get us to the Junker's Paddock. I think that's what it's called, the Junker's Paddock. Alright, so the plan is get all this stuff back. In last episode I said I was going to do Bleak Inlet first. So for Signal Void, you need to... Wait a sec, let's stop and drink some tea. Stay hot. Let's see. Stay warm. So, I said I would do Bleak Inlet first. In Signal Void, you have to repair a bunch of radio transponders. And then, once each one is repaired, it will let you find a hidden bunker using the radio. And so you have to visit all of those hidden bunkers. And then you come back here and get the last one. So there's a radio transponder in Forlorn Muskeg, another in Mountain Town, and another in Pleasant Valley. And so Forlorn Muskeg corresponds with a bunker in Bleak Inlet. And that bunker has a cougar right on top of it. So last time I said I'm going to do that one first. I am going to do that one first. But I also said that I was going to do Mountain Town second, and I don't think I'm actually going to do that. See, the Mountain Town one... Let me make sure I have a bow out. I do. The Mountain Town one is up by Milton. Is that right? Is Milton the one in Mountain Town? And what's the... Yeah, Thompson's Crossing is Pleasant Valley. So, I want to go up to Milton. And the problem is, if I try to go to Mountain Town through Forlorn Muskeg, that is going to require that I climb 2 ropes up from the basin. And that's going to be difficult to do with a battery. I guess if I go into Mountain Town from the other direction, I'm going to need to do it with a battery as well. So, I don't know. 1 rope's better than 2, I guess. So I'm probably going to go to Pleasant Valley second, just because that's a pretty straightforward and easy way to go. No rope climbs. I'm just enjoying the music here. And then I'll figure out how I want to go about Mountain Town. Let's drink another one. I really don't want to be getting cold, because I plan on fighting the cougar kinda soon. I want to do this journey as fast as possible. I don't want to be stopping in a cave and warming up. I just want to go, 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 go. Or sorry, not warming up. I don't want to be stopping in a cave to get 10 hours of sleep. If I don't need to. I'd rather just keep moving. I'm sure there's a more direct route to where I want to go. But this is just easy. Right? Just follow this. It's fine. There used to be wolves along this path. At least one. There probably still will be, but I don't know. Haven't done it since the refresh. When we came into Forsaken Airfield, we just goaded down from the entrance. But now we're going to have to take the long path up. And that's alright. That'll give us the opportunity to loot a couple of locations that we haven't been to. I don't expect to find anything incredible, but we might find something. Okay, nothing in here. And let's keep going. Sounds like a deer. Okay, and here's the fork, and we're just gonna go left. And I'm not gonna worry too much about my temperature now, because we're getting pretty close to the Junker's Paddock. We'll be able to warm up there. And then we're probably not gonna stay there for the night. We're gonna move on to a cave and sleep there for the night. But it's not that far off, so we're only going to lose a little bit of health, and we'll heal it all by morning. Nice waterfall. So I've been thinking a little bit about beauty. We have a long journey here, so maybe this is a good time to talk about this. I'm not an expert in aesthetics, but I've been thinking a little bit about beauty, because one of the things I love about this game is that it's just beautiful. And there are a lot of different theories about beauty. And one of the main discussions in this regard is whether beauty is subjective or objective. That is, are things beautiful in themselves, in some sense, or, as the cliche goes, is beauty in the eye of the beholder. Right? And there are different positions on this, with different arguments for each of them. On the one hand, people do disagree about what's beautiful, and it seems kind of strange to... What's that? Anything interesting down there? What's going on down here? Oh, that looks like a trap. I'm not going there. So, it seems strange to just dismiss somebody's claim that something is beautiful, even if you don't think it's beautiful. So oh, okay. So there is a lot of disagreement, and it seems like that disagreement is, like, maybe legitimate sometimes. On the other hand, we often give reasons for why something is or is not beautiful, and we can find those reasons compelling or not. And there are some things where their beauty seems like it's not really in debate. I mean, someone might not find something beautiful, but, you know, like, some masterful work of art, right? Like the Sistine Chapel is beautiful, and there's a sense in which it seems like that might be true regardless of what anybody thinks of the Sistine Chapel, and that to just deny that that's beautiful is kind of ridiculous. And there are some views that try to reconcile this in some way, that beauty has something to do with like a structure of perception, so it's not like we can just decide that something is beautiful, but it has something to do with the relationship between the object and how human beings occupy the world and how they experience the object. So sometimes beauty is conceived of as something that has a kind of value that isn't reducible to any sort of intellectual or moral value. I'm not going to worry about those rosebud hips. So this is the okay, I'm going too slow now because I got off the trail, and I'm going against the wind, I'm going uphill. So anyway, The Long Dark, I think, is a beautiful game, right? And what's interesting is that many people agree with this. I'm sure some people don't. But the question is, you know, even if people agree or disagree with this, is the beauty of the game dependent on that opinion? So in general, truth isn't a matter of consensus. There's the Junker's Paddock. I don't know if I want to risk just leaving the... I think I'm going to take a chance and leave the Travois out here. I don't know. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. So in general, there's a difference between what are called propositions and propositional attitudes. So a proposition is a statement that describes a possible state of affairs. A state of affairs, the actual arrangement of things in the world. Okay, let's just drop this here. Let's go in here, warm up, and hope that the Travois is still out here. So, you know, you could have a proposition, it is raining, right? And that describes a way the world might be. Oh, nice, okay. And where is that? Okay. I guess that's Mindful Cabin, maybe? I've never been to Mindful Cabin, but it looks like it might be over there. Bunch of coal, we'll take that. And then whether or not that proposition is true depends on whether or not the state of affairs is as the proposition describes, right? So if the world really is such that it is raining, then the proposition "it is raining" is true, and if not, then it's false. Weird chair. Anything in here? And then there's a third type of things. There's states of affairs, the way the world actually is. There are propositions, which purport to describe the way the world actually is. And then there are propositional attitudes, which is our stance towards those propositions. So I believe it is raining. I doubt it is raining. I know it is raining. I'm considering whether it is raining. So on and so forth. And I like that it is raining. Just our stance. And generally, it's the state of affairs that makes a proposition true or false, right? Like, it is raining is true or false depending on the way the world is, not depending on how anyone feels about that statement. Obviously, there are certain propositions that aren't like that. Like, my favorite ice cream is vanilla, right? Well, that's going to depend on some of my attitudes. That's going to depend on me, right? But it's not, and it might even depend on whether or not I believe it's vanilla. Although I guess you could be wrong about what your favorite ice cream is. Let's just warm up a little bit. I guess we'll grab that. Okay. We're going to keep moving, though. We don't want to stay here. And so... should have done this first. So in general, truth is a matter of a relationship between a proposition and a state of affairs that it purports to describe in the world, and not a matter of a propositional attitude. And so aesthetic values and moral values, that becomes a little bit trickier. And there's a question of, well, do those depend on the propositional attitudes? I'll keep writing as long as my hands hold up. The old road can't be all broken. I didn't fly in here, and there's no way they can make me fly out, no matter what the hell they say is going on. Okay. Very stubborn. I guess maybe he loves his trucks or something, doesn't want to fly out, wants to take his truck. I don't know. Let's load this up and keep moving. Gonna get some wind protection. Which way is it coming from? Over here. And let's load up a bunch of this. And these sticks. And the simple tools. And let's get moving. And take out this bow. 63%, wow. I might have to repair that pretty soon, actually. That's pretty beat up. So the question then is, you know, beauty. Is beauty a feature of the world? Right? If I say, the Long Dark is beautiful. What state of affairs in the world? What arrangement of things? What would the world have to be like for that to be true? Or is that statement more like the ice cream statement of, well, it is beautiful if I believe it is beautiful. It's not beautiful if I believe it's not beautiful. That seems to be a little bit too simplistic, because then the long dark is beautiful, which doesn't seem to have anything to do with me, right? Then it would be true, quote-unquote, for me, but not true for you. But the statement itself, the long dark is beautiful, we'd have to say, well, it is beautiful and it is not beautiful. And it seems like we're saying it in the exact same way. Now, with relativism in general, this has become a weird episode. I don't know if anyone will be into this, but I don't really care. I hope you like it, but it's just what's happening right now. So, it seems like the fact that we disagree about things is evidence for something being relative, but there are two lines to take against this. So first of all, outside of aesthetics, you know, artistic qualities, outside of ethics, moral values, moral qualities, disagreement isn't taken to be an indication that some statement isn't true or false, or is both. So, for example, people disagree about whether there is life on other planets, or intelligent life somewhere else out there in the universe. But just because one person believes there is and another person believes there isn't, doesn't mean there's no fact to the matter, right? There either is or there isn't, and we just don't know. So disagreement doesn't, by itself, show that there's no fact to the matter or no truth. It doesn't by itself show that something is subjective. Okay, so that's the first point. The second point is that disagreement often shows that actually there is some sort of fact to the matter, or at least it suggests it, because when we disagree about beauty, we don't think that what we're doing is just saying, well, I believe it is beautiful, you believe it's not beautiful, and then we're just stamping our feet and going, no, I really do believe it is, and I really do believe it's not, because there's no contradiction there. I can believe it is, and you can believe it's not, and there's nothing to resolve there, right? We don't think that we're just talking about how we feel, right? And if I say, you know, lying is wrong, and you say lying's not wrong, we might disagree about that, but we're not disagreeing. I'm not saying, no, you don't actually believe that, right? I'm not saying, well, I'm saying it's right, you're saying it's wrong, but you're not actually saying it's wrong. No, no, no. I'm saying it really is wrong, or really isn't wrong, and the other person's belief is mistaken. That is, that there is some fact of the matter, and they're just wrong about it. The cave's not here, right? No, not quite yet. Getting a little chilly. We should be able to get all or most of our health back. And the same might be said for moral and aesthetic values. You know, when we disagree about whether or not the long dark is beautiful, sometimes we give reasons for that, right? And we say, no, 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 it is beautiful because... I'm not at that point yet. I don't want to say why I think it's beautiful yet. But if somebody says it's not beautiful, yes, that's their opinion. I'm not disagreeing that they have that opinion, right? What we might disagree about is who's actually right, right? Like, is it actually beautiful or not? Now, that doesn't settle the matter, right? That doesn't mean that, oh, it is objective. It's just to say that that disagreement doesn't show that it's relative. That disagreement doesn't show that it's just a matter of opinion all by itself. And in fact, to the extent that we think that we really are disagreeing about the thing itself, that we are disagreeing about the Sistine Chapel itself. You know, if somebody says the Sistine Chapel isn't beautiful, I think they're just wrong. And to the extent that that's what we think we're actually doing when we disagree about things, to that extent, did I blow right past the cave? I really don't think I did. But it's starting to seem like maybe I did. Yeah, I think I blew right past the cave. Well, that's not great. But it's okay. We can... There will be places where we can start a fire with coal. So it's not a huge deal. Anyhow. To the extent that that's what we think we're actually doing, then disagreement would actually seem to suggest that it's not relative. Okay, I think you can get this across... I think you can get this across this road. It's just going to be a matter of how. Maybe you can't. I definitely passed the cave already, though. Okay, can I get this across? I really feel like you can. I'm having a hard time maneuvering this. This is gonna be a pain. Okay, let's try to find a pretty protected spot. Probably in there. We'll make a little fire. We'll get warm. We'll sleep a little bit. And then we'll keep moving. Ah, this spot looks pretty good. Maybe not. Okay, let's just put it right here for now. I think we'll probably be able to use the mag lens. Yep. So anyway, that's just to say there are a lot of different positions. And there are some reasons on each side to think that, beauty's objective in some way, or that it's subjective in some way, or that there's some relation. Now, I'm sure I butchered that, because that's really not my specialization at all. I was thinking about it primarily in terms of the logic of it. Okay, that's going to get us 40 degrees. Yeah, we'll be plenty warm. We'll eat a little food. Let's get some wind protection for ourselves, too, not just for the fire. And I guess we don't have any, left our pot and stuff over there. So let's heat up, and then we'll start dragging things across, I think. Let's see if we can sleep. I don't really want to risk the wind turning, though. I don't really want to risk that. So, the cave, I don't know how I missed it. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe it's past this bridge? I don't know. But let's just warm up here for a bit. I'm going to go here. Let's pass some time. Oh, it's getting dark. Okay, it's still protected, though. Let's take a torch, just because it'll give us a little bit of a warmth bonus. And now what I want to do is... Okay, well, torch is out. Our fire should be fine. I want to carry some of this stuff across this log. So let's take the battery. That's going to be heavy. Oh, there's going to be a lot. This is going to be hard. Let's take this stuff. That. Okay. At least get across here. I think the crumbling road that we'll get to later, I think you can take the Travois across that. But hey, I thought you could take it across this, so I don't know. We'll find out together. Okay, so let's just drop this stuff. I don't even remember what I picked up. I know I got battery, this stuff. I thought I grabbed the bear hide too. Yep. Drop that. We can do a couple more trips. We'll do one more and then we'll head back to the fire, warm up a little bit more, and then we'll keep going. Oh man, I didn't see the Travois because it's right behind that bank, and I thought that was it. Okay, let's grab, I guess, all the meat. All this stuff that we can just drop. Okay. Grab that, this. So we'll grab some meat, some tools. Okay, we'll... the salt's too heavy, I think. Let's take this. And let's take these. Okay? Hopefully we won't have to do this again, but we might have to. It's gonna be a long trip. It's gonna be a long trip. Okay, so what is it that makes the long dark beautiful? Well, if it's subjective, then it's just because I feel like it's beautiful. So then there's not really anything interesting to say about that, is there? Because anything I say is going to be about me and not about the long dark, and that's just not that interesting. Let's drop all this stuff. But let's assume we can actually say something about the game itself. What a pain. How am I doing? 40? So what do I have here that I am not? Yeah, there we go. There's that, and these. And this. And I feel like there's something else. Why is this in... Oh, okay, thought I was in my tools. Okay, let's go warm up. We're losing too much health here. I'll drink some water, too. So what is it? I don't know. I don't know what makes it beautiful. Obviously, it's supposed to look like a painting, right? So there's that. There's something that's interesting besides the painting aspect of it, which is that you're living in the painting. Like, we're actually acting. We're doing things inside of the painting. So it's a stylized take on the world and on the environment. I think the world, the environment, nature, is already pretty beautiful. So this is a kind of aestheticized version of something already beautiful, right? Which is nature. I think there's, especially in places like Forsaken Airfield, there's a kind of immensity to it, right? That I think can be beautiful. So it reminds me of when I lived in Colorado. There would be, I could always see the mountains, right? They indicated west. And that oriented me. But there was also just this immense thing on the horizon at all times, right? That was just almost overwhelming perceptually. There's just so much of the visual field. And if you're far away enough, right, it gets blue shifted, so the mountains all look blue. Which, I don't know. I think there's something about that just giant, you know, impossible to take in all at once, kind of homogeneous, but also to some extent differentiated in terms of color, and in terms of texture, where it almost is like a painting in real life, right? Except instead of a representation, it's actually the real thing, right? It's a real presentation. You're there with it, right? This simulates that. But being with something, you know, enormous like that, I think that's beautiful. If you think that's beautiful, well, this game is trying to capture that, right? So I think that's part of it. Obviously, there's, like, classical art theories, which I don't... Again, I'm not versed in aesthetics. But it's about composition, it's about color, it's about shading, right? And there are different properties that one might find beautiful. Let's take this. Okay, we're cold again. But we're almost done loading this up. What do we got? 23? That'll take us to 60. That's going to be a little too heavy, I think. Let's maybe... We're going to take it all, but we're going to drop the salt. And we'll take that last. Actually, we can go. We can go now. Okay. So let's just go now. And we're warm. And hopefully the cave's on the other side of this log. I don't remember it being on the other side of this log, but I also don't remember it being missable. Like, it seems really hard to miss. I was thinking about a bunch of stuff, so maybe I missed it. But we'll see. I hate having to load the Travois like this. But at least this is the normal one. Okay, let's take some of these too while we're here. And we're going to keep this fire going, because we're probably going to want to light one in the cave, if we find the cave, or next to, like, whatever truck we're going to have to sleep in. Okay, Travois. Go here. I was already at the top. Okay. Let's light that torch now. Okay. Let's just throw it all in. We'll take it out if we need it. That in there and that. Salt, broth. Where's all my bear meat? Oh, it's right over here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's throw it in here. What was that sound? That was crazy. Okay, let's throw some of this in here. The tools, we got this guy. Got some torches. We got all this stuff. And nothing there. Okay, now let's pick up everything else. I think we're going to leave some of this at Broken Railroad. Maybe we'll go back there to forge the cougar knife on the way back. Okay, let's load that up. Nope. Okay. And some more tools. Okay. This stuff. No, I really don't want to do that. Let's see. Probably freezing again. Yep, sure am. We're almost done. Okay. And this, and this, and the battery. Alright, let's go. I wonder if I have any deer hides over at Broken Railroad, because this thing's getting real beat up. Okay, we got a car right here. Still no cave. We didn't check out this car, but I don't really want to right now. I guess I should. We're so cold. Okay, let's hide this, or put it away. Alright, what do we got? Great, don't care. I'll get it some other time. Not important to me right now. Getting pretty blue. I don't know why that is. I have the brightness set pretty low. So, okay, the junker couldn't come out here. Okay, I think the cave's over there. We're gonna leave the Travois as is. There's no transition, so it should be okay. I'll just leave it right here. Yeah, I wonder why the game looks like this. Didn't always look like this for me. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea. Okay, that was weird. Strange that it's so blue. Okay, let's... Yeah, we're nice and warm in here. I don't need a fire or anything. Oh, but I don't think I brought any food with me. Okay, let me let me grab some food. And then we're just gonna pass out. Let's take the light stuff. We're gonna get lighter as we travel. And let's take... Do I have the bear hide in my inventory? Where'd the bear hide go? There we go. Okay. I just want to keep that curing, you know? Yeah, it's being really weird graphically. I don't know what's going on there. Okay, let's put the bed down first, just so that we know there's a spot for it. And then let's drop this stuff. I could have dropped the birch and maple too, but it's fine. And then let's eat. Let's eat the small stuff first. So thanks for indulging me on that ramble. You can look up if you're interested in that stuff, but you want to hear it from an expert on that stuff. I highly recommend Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. It's plato.stanford. I don't know, edu. Just Google Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Wow, I'm pretty hurt. That's okay. It'll be fine. And there's a whole article on beauty. Okay, let's sleep for 10 hours. See what we can get from that. Really wish we had tea. And birch bark tea as well. Herbal tea and birch bark. But I don't. Okay, what do we got? Okay, it's day. Let's drink a little bit more water. We're going to map this while we're warm and while it brightens up a little. And then we're going to continue onward. It's going to be another long journey. Wait a minute, that's the vista? I thought that the vista was up here. I guess there's two vistas. That's kind of cool. Oh, so I could have gone there and gotten that done. Well, I'll be back there at some point. Actually, I think this is the cave I'm at right now. This is the cave below that I scoped out earlier. Is this over at the entrance to the region? No way. Right? No, I don't think so. Alright, so it's going to be a long journey. What's the temperature like? It feels like 0 in here, but what's it feel like outside? Is that cold? I'll take it. Ugh, 28. I might rest a little bit longer. Let's pass a little bit of time. We have plenty of food, just not in our inventory. So let's just wait a little bit, see if it gets a little bit warmer. And sleep just a little bit more as well. I don't think it's going to let us actually sleep 2 hours, but it's okay. If we need to, we'll stop, we'll make some tea. Heat some tea up. Hopefully it'll be nice and clear and we can use the mag lens. I guess that's it. Let's get going. I hope sleeping didn't drop the Travois through the world. Did not. Okay, let's go. I don't really want to linger. Yeah, alright, I'll drop this. It's a little heavy. I was considering just keeping it in my inventory, but the Travois does slow you down less than holding it in your inventory, so may as well. Okay, so we still have a long way out of here. We're going to see some nice views at least. Looks like the weather's not terrible, but we are going to lose some health. The cold. Let's make sure the bow is out. Make sure I took my bedroll. I did. Okay. 56%. I don't know. This might actually break before we get to Broken Railroad. We can at least leave a bunch of stuff at Broken Railroad. We don't need everything. We really just need the battery. And I like the salt, because I would like to eventually make the salt box, and I'd probably like to make that in camp office. Yeah, we're already freezing. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Let's start a little fire. If it's clear. If I can use the mag lens, I'll start a fire right now. If I can't... Okay, I can't. So we're going to keep moving a little bit and see if maybe it clears up. At least we brought a bunch of coal. Okay, so here I think is where the broken road is. Maybe. Yeah, wheelies turn. And this is where I go to down. It said new location because I just didn't come this far. But I go to down over there. So this, I'm pretty positive you can get the Travois across this. I've seen it done. The question is whether or not I can do it. Yeah, okay, great. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Excellent. Okay. Good. Now, the rest of this is still very exposed, however. So, there's not like another cave or anything like that. There is, towards the beginning of the area, which we saw when we first came in here, there's like a kind of, not exactly a cave, but it's a kind of overhang. So that'll give us some wind protection. But I think I'm going to want to warm up before that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So we need a cured deer hide to repair the Travois, and we don't have one of those. I don't think we have one at Broken Railroad either. So we'd have to go all the way to Mystery Lake, which reinforces my thought of going to... Well, I don't know. I guess once we're in Mystery Lake, we can go to Mountain Town or to Pleasant Valley. It really doesn't matter. I guess what we can do is we can just we can travel real light, go to Mountain Town, wrap it up real fast. And then we got to go to HRV. But it's not that hard to find the bunker in HRV. So Mountain Town's signal transponder, or whatever it's called, triggers HRV's bunker. And Pleasant Valley, Signal Hill, that's where you get the transponder there. We've already been there. And we left some stuff there to repair. That will activate a bunker in Pleasant Valley. So that's not so bad. We need to make sure we have enough fuses and wires, and we have some of those over at Camp Office as well. So I think it makes sense to go there pretty early. I just want to take care of Bleak Inlet first. So the plan, okay, so there's another little nuance to that plan about what we're going to do with Bleak Inlet. So I want to hunt the cougar during the day because I don't want to fight an Aurora cougar. It's just going to be harder. And I've never fought the cougar before. I don't want to do that. And so when you repair a signal transponder, you get an Aurora the very following night. Okay? That night you'll get an Aurora. So I want to repair the tower first thing in the morning, giving me time to get to Bleak Inlet and hunt the cougar in the morning. And then I can go... Can I drag the Travois through here? Please say I can. Alright, I think it's time to warm up. It might be clear enough to use the mag lens. It is not. It's okay. Looks like a pretty good spot. Pretty protected from the wind. This might be even better. Yeah, let's put it right here. Because if we miss that first guaranteed Aurora, then we just have to hang out in Bleak Inlet until we get an Aurora. I don't really want to do that. Bleak Inlet's pretty dangerous. I'll eventually spend some time there, and I'm actually looking forward to it, but that's just not what I want to be doing right now. Right now I want to be doing the tails and get that stuff done as soon as possible. Let's throw some sticks on here. Okay, what's the temperature like? -15, so we'll get warm. Let's drop some teas. Yeah, we'll drop this too. Actually, wait a second. Can you climb ropes when you have coffee? Is that a thing? I think you can. I think that you can. So that might solve the Mountain Town problem. Okay. I want to get a little bit warmer, a little bit faster. Will this bring me to 3? Yeah, it sure does. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't go out here. I might get burned. Ooh, okay, I should have went out the other door. Alright, we're good. Let's eat. And drink, and then we'll go. Oh, that was a small piece. I hope the other one's large. Yeah, great. Okay, let's drink some water, but not all of it, because we want to be able to drink hot teas if we want. Okay, let's dump these in here. And we'll start with that acorn coffee. And we're going to take a couple of torches. But I only want really good ones now. Really good ones. Alright, let's just get a move on. Yeah, it's everything. Let's go. Now, hopefully I can take the Travois through these little areas, because if I can't, it's going to be a huge pain. Like these little spots, right? Yep. Oh, I can crouch with the Travois? Oh, but I can't move while crouching with the Travois. Super weird. Okay, let's see. What if I grab it from here? Is that a thing I can do? Oh, it's so painful. Okay. Let's drop everything. Then we'll warm up at the fire again. Deploy the Travois. I get it. I get why people find it annoying, but it is making something possible that wouldn't otherwise be possible. Okay, let's grab as much as we can. I would like to just do 2 of these. Let's try to get as heavy as we can. Let's move the salt like this. Still able to move. Okay, just barely able to move. Let's eat a little bit of meat. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. I hate it. But the more we take right now, fewer trips this will be. I'm gonna drink this. I know it's wasteful, but I kinda just want to. I want to see exactly what it does for me. Fatigue reduced, temporarily reduces your fatigue, warming up. Okay. Oh my god, come on. We're almost there. Come on. I'd love to stand. Almost there. Okay, come on. Almost. Okay. Let's load this up. Okay. That car battery's gotta go. This bad boy. It's tools. Tools. Ton of torches. This is probably not the last time we're gonna have to do this. We'll leave a bunch of stuff at Broken Railroad, and then that'll make things a lot easier. Let's just put this over here. We'll deal with that in a minute. Let's warm up a little. Alright. Let's go in here and warm up a little. Oh, still only 2. Well, it's okay. Let's go out this way. I don't need to get burned. Yeah, bare minimum we'll need to do this again in Broken Railroad when we cross back over the Broken Railroad. Okay, let's see. I dump all this stuff, dump a bunch of this. Okay. Yep, alright. And let's just cap off on heat again. I really want to be warm. Okay, let's go. So we got this. We might also have to... Oh man, the Travois breaking down. We might also need to unload again when we get to I guess those T's probably aren't still hot. When we get to the far branch line, I'm not sure if we can use the Travois indoors at all, but we are going to go over the landslide there, and that might be a bit of a problem. We'll see. We'll see. There's also another little cave with a truck in it, and I don't think we have to crouch for that cave. But if we do, I'm going to scream. That's just what that's what's gonna happen. Oh, it's this one right here. Good, we're great. There's not a truck in it? Okay, I'm thinking of a different place, I guess. Maybe I'm just confused. It happens a lot. Alright, let's see if this is still hot. I really doubt it. Oh, it is. Okay, let's drink one. Get it while it's hot. It's also staving off scurvy, right? We haven't had any problems with scurvy at all yet. We will eventually, but maybe before we head back to the far territory, we'll spend some time fishing and just load up on vitamin C. Raw fish has more vitamin C than cooked fish in the long dark. So you can just pound a bunch of raw fish and then take some antibiotics and then go to sleep so that you won't get food poisoning. So that's one way to do it. But cooking fish gets you oil. So in general, I want to cook it because I want to replenish my oil reserves. Can I get over this? Please say I can. Don't make this a big deal. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna get the transfer pass. You know what? We could actually leave a lot of things at transfer pass too. That might be a good idea. Yeah, I think we'll leave some stuff at transfer pass. The question is just what? It wouldn't, you know, it actually... Leaving the salt here wouldn't be terrible if we made the curing box here. Especially because there's not a lot of salt out here, but there's... Salt is pretty accessible out in Lower Great Bear because there are salt reserves in a few different regions down there. I don't think there are any salt reserves up here. And you could trade for salt with Sutherland. So maybe I'll leave the salt here. Yeah, I'll think about that. I'll think about that. Now, if there was a crafting bench here, that'd be great, because I think I have enough maple. Well, I don't have deer hides. I was going to say I think I have enough maple to make a new Travois, but I still need a deer hide. I don't know if there are deer in this region. I think there are. But I don't know. We're going to take the snow, even though it's less quick than the road. It'll damage the Travois a little bit less. Let's just go down here. I think this will be faster. If we can actually go down, if this is a... Yeah, we can get down there. Because otherwise there'd be a little curve in the road, and I think this will be a little quicker, but I don't know. Could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like I'm probably wrong, but let's try to go up there. Okay, cool. We're nice and warm. We're not taking more damage. We'll stick around here for a day, I guess? I don't know. And we'll decide what it is that we want to actually take with us. Looks like there's some reclaimed wood over there, but maybe not. Come on. Okay. And we don't have to worry about unloading the whole Travois here, because it's not a transition zone. I do expect that sleeping will be a problem, just as much as anything else. But that's not what people are saying, so... Now, let's leave this here. Let's see what we want. Let's take some meat. We do need to haul this battery no matter what. Take these guts. These hides. We could potentially leave all that here. Potentially leave all this here, too. Although we might want to take some of them. Let's see. Kind kind of want to take that, but I could take it some other time. Like, I'm just so heavy, and I don't want to be dealing with how heavy I am. I could leave some of this scrap metal here, I guess. I could definitely leave the simple tools, but I want to take the quality tools with me. So let's actually just put the quality tools back. Okay. All right, that's not so bad. Let's get in here. Actually, wait a sec. Hold on. Let me just make sure I have everything curable. That way I can just cure it while I'm here, at least. Okay. Okay, we're back home. What do we got here? We have some cured maple. And cured rabbit, cured guts. So let's drop some more guts. And some more rabbit. Let's drop this bear. And this wolf. Okay, let's drop these saplings. Okay. And let's drop some, oh, how much coal do we have now? 1? Yeah, let's take a couple more. Let's take 3 more. Let's drop, what else we drop in here? Drop a little bit of meat. Doesn't need to be outside. Okay. What else do we got? Let's drink this. Soda will never give you food poisoning, even if it's ruined like that. Let's see. I want to take that with me. Eat one of these. Well, we were pretty full, actually. We want to make this into something soon. There's a whole problem right now with carrots and potatoes and stuff. We're late game, there's no renewable source of them, but a bunch of recipes require them. So before this rots, we should use it. Let's see. Could leave one of these out here in case I ever want to fish out in the far territory, I guess. I don't really know where I would do that. I guess over in Forsaken Airfield. Probably should have left it there. I don't know. I'll probably take that with me. What else do we got? We're a little heavy, so that means I still have something going on. Just all this meat, I guess. And all this water. All these fuses. Oh yeah, let's leave these here. We don't need these. Let's leave those there. And what else can we leave? I guess we could leave a sewing kit here. They're slowly building little bases all around the island. And I think that's basically... Oh, and we could leave some scrap metal? I mean... No. I want to take it. I want to take the scrap metal. Did I leave water here? Okay. Let's just close that. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for joining me today. Before you leave, please leave a like and a comment. It really helps the algorithm. If you're looking forward to the next episode or other stuff, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications. We're going to finish our journey next time, and then probably fight the cougar either that time or the one after that. So I'm excited for it. Until next time, good luck out there. Strive to survive. Have a good one. Bye-bye.